I was really overwhelmed. I was so excited to be there at dawn and to actually go in and have music, that we were doing a ceremony, that we were doing it as a group. It really exceeded all my expectations about what being at Stonehenge was for me.
Be there when the sun was rising and against the stones, and just beautiful. I really felt like a nice sense of peace there. And the ceremony was wonderful.
In Stonehenge, I felt like some kind of sense of really deep wisdom and age.
Circle and the ritual was so strong, and it was so beautifully handled. I thought that was, for me, it's all about it's the four directions, it's the ritual, it's the traditions, and it's the honouring, and I just thought that was really beautiful, and I really enjoyed that. It was a highlight. I really enjoyed the well time very much. That was another softer, something at places that are just sort of more feminine, or they're just more, that they more resonate more, and everyone's different.
And I got to put my feet in the water at the Chalice Well, and I touched the water of others. And that was much more powerful than I expected, because I'm not into religious ritual, but those things I thought were really, really amazing.
My favorite place was St. Cleather's Well. When I touched the stones of the well house, it was incredible, the information that I got and the message that I got. It was a very moving place.
Well, one of my favorites was St. Nectan Glen. I hung a piece of cloth from a piece of clothing that I had, and said some prayers there, and it was just fantastic. Just a wonderful, in fact, really the whole walk to the Glen was just beautiful and very serene and very spiritual.
Walking down that long, kind of muddy dirt trail to this wonderful place of plant and earth energy, I definitely felt the fairy spirits, and I felt them guarding and protecting me as I walked down. I was supported the whole way, and so I have a profound sense of gratitude for that place. It's mystical, and I know that when I'm home, when I want that sense of wonder and amazement, I will put myself right back there in that fairy glen.
I loved walking down to the fairy glen, into the waterfalls. I felt like we had a lot of time to just be, which you don't have in life. So that was pretty special for me.
And then I liked the use of the tarot, because it reminded us this is not just a sightseeing tour. This is a tour to experience the landscape. And so the tarot really helps you focus on that experiential part, and to be conscious that it's a special event to visit there.
Studying tarot along the way, I felt like we were almost sending out little beams of light. Pamela, we're studying the major arcana, and today we're talking about the Justice card, and now we're talking about the swords and this and that. It was like we were doing a slight dance into the entryway of the portal to talk to her. So by the time we got to Bude and talked to Lorraine and was in, looking at the sight she would have seen, it was so incredibly moving, but informed. So that was really lovely.
To celebrate a woman's life who was never recognised, with a group of women who are all interested in her tarot cards, but it was, even for me, I was moved to tears.
For me, the high point was Merlin's Cave on so many ways because it's, to me, the epitome of male and female. It's shaped like a vagina, and yet the force of the sea is very male, and yet it comes and goes irregularly according to the moon.
A surprise for me was the wells. I didn't expect to have such reverence for them, but after the Chalice Well, each one that we visited, I found to be especially powerful.
Well, I never would have been able to figure out Avebury on my own because I can't believe that there are 4 roads going into it. So I would have shown up, looked around, but I never would have understood how big it is. Even though I've read the guidebooks that say this is how big it is, you do need someone on the ground to pick out for you the stones.
That was really a nice place to go. That was a wonderful place to be, to sort of end the trip. The little thing where he showed you the sound inside of that and how it actually vibrated.
It's known as the voice of the ancestors in most cultures. Those of you in the far end can probably feel that.
Yeah. Yes.
And the connection that you have, it's almost a soul connection with others. You get to know other people and their journeys, their life journeys, and their journeys here.
You know what? It's been worth it. I've loved it. I've loved the group, and I think it's been a really, really beautiful experience.
Existence.